Now, the Hunt Palmer Show.
A magic beyond anything you could ever imagine.
You are now listening to the Hunt Palmer Show. Brought to you by Sagrera Farms on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Locking down the middle of the day.
You really think that's the best idea?
Live from the Raising Cane's studio. This is Hunt Palmer.
It's quite a piece of work.
Well, almost. It's not Hunt Palmer. It's the Hunt Palmer Show. Taylor Sharp sitting in for Hunt Palmer. He's out there either on the beach or on the golf course, wherever he is. He's having a hell of a time. Taylor Sharp filling in for him here on this Thursday. We got a 3-day weekend ahead of us. Guarantee gave us off tomorrow, so we are all working for the weekend. Hopefully you are as well. Jordan Kitchens, Cassie Spazzali along for the ride. Going out to the phone lines right now. He's a normal Friday guest. I texted him, wanted to bump him up a day because there is a lot going on in the world of college football recruiting. So out to the phone lines right now to our guy, Preston Guy of TigerBait.com. Preston, how are you today?
Taylor, thanks for having me. It is resembling a holiday today, so we know Hunt's not around.
That's right.
So I appreciate me and you being the guys actually doing the work here just before we start grilling our hot dogs.
Preston, if Hunt looks at the calendar and sees a holiday, he's like 5 days before, 5 days after, I can't work. Like that whole, we got to set apart a 10-day window for our guy, Hunt Palmer. Look, we don't want him to work too hard, right? I mean, we got to give him a little bit.
Look, man, someone's got to do the work around there. And if it's within, 5 business days of a holiday, it's certainly not Hunt. So
that was so good. I laughed so hard when you texted me yesterday. I was like, hey, you want to move it up to Thursday since there's recruiting? I was like, Hunt's out. And you're like, well, it resembles a holiday. So, of course, our guy's not going to be there. But, Preston, I want to dive into it a little bit with you. I was hoping we would get to recap the commitment of Jaden Anding, but that didn't occur yesterday. He decided he was going to push it back. What does this mean for LSU? Is LSU still in the lead there?
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting situation. Actually, the intel I got of the delay, oddly, is one that gave me even more confidence in LSU landing him. Very rarely is that the case, right? Especially when you're the favorite, or even if it was a slight favorite. I would say LSU's slight favorite over Ole Miss going into that. It's just so rare that, okay, well, you're the favorite, he delays, and oh, wait, for some reason we have even more confidence. Because the thing is, out of the Ole Miss camp, I actually am not getting a ton of confidence on their end right now. Most of the, worry for Ole Miss is coming from LSU camps. So I think LSU's in a good spot there. My best guess in the delay and the situation going on there is it's more of a agency play negotiation move, trying to make whatever terms work out before he makes the commitment. Again, though, even that's odd because it's not like you're signing a piece of paper. You know what I mean?
You're
it's
only committing.
a verbal
it's like,
commitment.
if you were ready to commit, you seemed like you're comfortable. President, look, that is the world of college football. I'm not going to try and act like I understand any of it because it's ever changing, but we do appreciate that update. As far as two guys committing today, at least scheduled to for the time being, Davion Jones scheduled to commit, I believe it's 6 p.m. today, and then Greedy James coming up in a few hours as well. Where does LSU stand for each of those guys?
Yeah, I think LSU was in really good on Davion. I think LSU is looking for a second place finish there at this point. I really like their chance to flip Greedy James from Texas. And he's a really good safety, good prospect. Definitely a guy who would pair very well with Jaden Anding. If you plan those two safeties, you're in a pretty good spot.
Preston, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm still with you. Can you hear me?
Good. Yeah. We got you. You dropped there for a second. But so you think good spot for Greedy James, not as good of a spot for Davion Jones?
Yeah, I think they were in a very good spot a month or so ago.
Right.
And I think they're doomed for a second place finish here.
Look, as long as they can reel in one of them. And so Greedy James, all these recruiting websites have him listed as a safety, but LSU is recruiting him as a corner. Is that correct?
I don't know that LSU's locked into corner quite yet. But, yeah, he's listed as a safety. I think that, obviously Corey Raymond has been involved a lot.
Right.
That probably leads to a lot of that. But you also have to understand, Corey Raymond does work with the DBs and recruiting all of them. And, he's the Louisiana ties. Whenever you talk about recruiting a Louisiana guy, the Louisiana ties play a role there. I would say probably is my best answer there. But, DBs, I would hate to lock them into a certain position before they even arrive on campus.
You mentioned Louisiana ties there, Preston. Preston Guy, our guest right now, TigerBait.com. A Louisiana kid that LSU's been after for quite some time, currently committed elsewhere, though. How important is it to get Easton Royal in this class?
He would be your crown jewel, right?
Yep.
And of course, LSU's recruiting also Munshun Sales, who's also a five-star receiver, right? And you might evaluate the two and say, half a dozen in the one hand, six in the other, right? But ultimately, I mean, Easton Royal is your homegrown kid, right? And I think we all know that Louisiana kids going to LSU tend to perform better than when they leave the state, and the star per star rating. LSU has a little bit of a better hit rate on the hometown kids, not to mention a little bit better for roster retention purposes, I would argue, when you keep the kid home. That is a really heated recruiting battle. From what I understand, Florida is kind of a distant third at this point, and really, John Sumrall is what's keeping them alive at all there because of the good New Orleans ties from his time as Tulane's head coach. Also, LSU and Texas are really, really heated at this point. I would call it, from what I understand, a neck and neck type situation, right? I did get some intel from his camp at the opening this weekend where he was on Pop Houston's team, and the vibes were a lot different from other camps and combines where they were paired together. It was a lot of Easton Royal seeking out Peyton Houston, giving him the high five, that kind of stuff, rather than the other way around. We all know Pop Houston has been vocal and recruiting and trying to build this class, right? Seeing the roles a little reversed this weekend, that's a real big vibe shift. I think if my gut had to tell me, I would say I think Easton Royal's heart is at LSU and his brain is in Austin. Of course, the business end of it is heavily favors Texas, being, not only, the unlimited resources. We've all heard that word thrown around with Texas and recruiting, but, there's also unlimited connections. They feel like, Dell Computers, Elon Musk in the city of Austin, all that jazz plays a real strong role, not just for Easton Royal, but his family in terms of wanting to make a big time decision for not just playing on a football team, but his brand and, his future. So I think that one is probably going to go down to the wire to signing day before we see something. But I think LSU is very, very much so alive in that one.
I got to ask you about this one. Somebody who's committed to another Texas school. It's Jalen Brewster, right? It's the five-star that everybody wants. What's the status there?
Yeah, I think LSU might even be in a little bit better shape there. I've heard intel going as far as to saying LSU is exploring potential contractual buyout, whatever, situation. There's a property that's in his name from a Texas Tech booster. I think it was listed at $326,000. My first take on that was it sounds like at most a $326,000 problem. And, for a kid like Jalen Brewster, that's, a small fraction of what
you're paying that if you have to.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I think LSU's made a lot of headway there. I think they have some contractual NIL revenue sharing obstacles to overcome there. Because again, Texas Tech, you talk about deep pockets, deep resources, man. Theirs are very, very deep. But I can't help but notice every single morning, it seems like he's posting a workout video in that LSU hoodie, man. He loves posting gear in his LSU gear, though. But I think at this point, and nothing's a done deal, but I think LSU, I think actually has a better chance than Texas Tech at this point. Not saying it's done, but I've also heard that, that one could go down sooner than the Easton Royal situation. I'm not declaring anything will happen, but I would just keep your phone handy this weekend just in case on that one.
Preston, want to shift to a guy already committed to LSU, a guy you just mentioned, Peyton Houston. I saw, you shared on Twitter the other day, Tiger Bait has given Peyton Houston his fifth star, something that I'm waiting for these other recruiting services to do as well, because I think he is the best quarterback in the state of Louisiana. I've thought that for 3 years now. How good do you think he could be here at LSU under Lane Kiffin?
Yeah, I also wrote a lengthy column to back up that
Mm-hmm.
rating and opinion on tigerbait.com. That's actually available on the front page if y'all want to go read it. Um, yeah, I think that the first thing you have to acknowledge is yes, he's 5'10" and a half, right? But then you have to look at, okay, has anybody in recent years ever been that highly rated at that height? And Bryce Young was the number one player in the
First name I
country.
thought of, Preston.
Uh, and he's not even 5'10". He's 5'9" and some change, right? By the way, won the Heisman as well
Yeah, he's
at a
pretty good.
major SEC school, right? So, we've also seen guys like Tua at exactly 6 feet tall, guys like Kyler Murray. So there is precedent for guys being under 6 foot and obtaining that 5-star status. I'll also throw out there, Peyton Houston's not really built like a 5'10" and a half guy. He has a 6'4" wingspan, right? That was one of the first things I noticed is that those some big long arms on this kid, right? Similar, a lot of people pointed that out about Tyrann Mathieu was about his height. Well, look at his arms, look at his legs. Those he's not built like a short guy, right? With Pop, he's a guy who's got 10,044 yards on his career. Once you tally up his first 2 years of mop-up duty for Calvary and Evangel in 8th and 9th grade. He's a guy who's got a very realistic shot to be the LHSA all-time leading yardage in the history of the state. Juwan Johnson has, I think it's 4,200 more yards than him, right? He's done that in 24 games, 24 starts.
Mm-hmm.
He's put himself in a position where not only should he beat it, but he should be able to do it if he comes like 80% of what he did in the last 2 years. So he should comfortably break that record, assuming nothing goes wrong, God forbid injury. The tape is there. He's smart. He reads the field. He has a very quick release. He's very mobile. Every time he goes into an off-season camp, he's either named MVP of whatever camp he goes or close to it. At the Elite 11, Rivals named him the most accurate arm. Well, then he goes to the opening, the second part of the Elite 11 camp, and he comes in second place in the long throw competition, 1 yard shy of the Nebraska quarterback guy, right? So we're talking about a guy known for accuracy, and he's sitting there launching it. By the way, he threw it 15 yards further than Elijah Haven from Dunham, who is a 5-star guy known for having a big arm. So I think that this guy's a 5-star until you pull out the measuring tape, right? And not even the measuring tape for how far he could throw it, the measuring tape for how tall he is. I think that there's really just nothing he could do outside of hitting a growth spurt to be a 5-star at this point. And I think that's just not good enough of a reason to be a 5-star. So I feel strongly about that one.
I'm right there with you. I think Peyton Houston has all the tools to be an absolute stud. Preston, I've been getting a kick out of you on Twitter this week. What number are we up to on the number of tweets about someone committing to a school over LSU?
Over LSU, yeah, that's a funny line there. 43, I believe, is the number. I think, what was it, Tay Walden or whatever picked someone over LSU. And look, I'm not saying they're all not legitimate, but it is a big
fact that
number.
they're pointing it out and singling out LSU. I got a kick out of it this week.
I mean, it is funny. I just was like, I wonder how many times he's done it this year alone. And yeah, it was 41 times. And, maybe some of it is, the recruit or Hayes chasing a little bit of clout. And probably a lot of it is that LSU is in on a lot of guys. You can't sign 41 players, right? You have to eventually sign someone, and can't sign everybody.
All right, Preston, before we get you out of here, we got a holiday coming up, man. What we got going on for the 4th of July? You got any plans?
I am taking the kiddos out to our acre-large property out in the middle of nowhere, LP, and we're going to grill some dogs, and we're going to have some good cold beverages and a nice cold pool. We're going to have a good time with that. And then on Monday, we're going to watch the United States men's national team continue its run to win its first World Cup.
There you go. Middle of nowhere LP. That's my neck of the woods. Preston, if I hear fireworks super late at night, I'm not going to call the cops. I'll know it's you. Dude, thanks for hopping on with me. I know we had to pivot. It's been a little bit of a weird week, but I appreciate the time today.
All right, y'all take it easy, guys.
Absolutely. That is Preston Guy with TigerBait.com. We're going to step away when we get back. LSU baseball added another pitcher in the portal. We'll break it down next here on the Hunt Palmer Show.
The Hunt Palmer Show.
One Bath and Closets online at onebathandclosets.com, onebathandclosets.com. Tub to shower conversion can be a really, really efficient and effective way to transform your bathroom. It's not time encompassing. It's not invasive into your home. David says a tub to shower conversion can be done oftentimes in 3 to 5 days. And if you have a tub that you don't use or it's not working properly, or you got one of those big 90s jacuzzi style tubs that takes up a ton of space and you never get in it, well, turn that space into a walk-in shower. It's transformative. Can add value to your home as well. You won't know unless you ask David Duvall. Have that free consultation. Just sit down with David, chat about what he can do for you. They do have financing available, 0% up to 18 months. So go to onebathandclosets.com and get that consultation. You'll be able to see the pictures of their great work. You'll see the satisfied clients who've left reviews. It's David Duvall and One Bath and Closets. Been at it for 35 years. Onebathandclosets.com.
You're listening to the Hunt Palmer Show, brought to you by Sagrera Farms.
But now before I tell you about Swing Easy Golf Club in Baton Rouge, swingeasygcbr.com. Awesome spot to go work on your golf game. You know, it's sometimes tough to find a good driving range here in Baton Rouge. Maybe it's wet outside. Maybe there's not a lot of grass out there. Maybe struggling to find good golf balls to hit. The wind's blowing. It's hot. Just not a great place to go work on your game. Do it at Swing Easy. You can go into an individual bay. Don't have to worry about any of the elements. You can see your trajectory. You can see your ball speed. You can see your carry distance. You can see your club head speed. You can see how much spin you're putting on the golf ball. The technology is phenomenal. One of the coolest things you can do is see that slow-mo video of your club face at impact, so you can see if you're catching the ball on the toe of the club, see if you're catching on the heel. Doesn't matter if you're a scratch golfer or a beginner. It's still a great place to work on your game and use all of that information at Swing Easy. They're on Segan at Perkins. They're online as well. Swing Easy Golf Club at swingeasygcbr.com.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2 here on a Thursday edition of the Hunt Palmer Show. About 40 minutes to go in our work week. Well, not Cassie. Cassie's fortunate enough to have 3 more hours after this. She's just getting started, but me and Jordan, we're going to bounce shortly after. I got a little bit to do after the show, but Jordan, I imagine you're going to high-five everybody on the way out and you're just rolling out the door.
Oh, no. I got to go clock in again.
Okay, but that's only going to take you like 10 minutes.
Oh, hey, still got to go do it.
Okay. All right, look. I want to talk a little LSU baseball here. We've been football heavy really the whole week. I mean, there's been some recruiting news coming out, and it's July, it's talking season. But while everyone was watching U.S. versus Bosnia last night, Jay Johnson was putting in that work, and LSU added a pitcher to its 2027 staff. Former South Florida right-hander Caden Smith has committed to LSU. It gives him another experienced arm through the transfer portal. This is a guy who began his collegiate career at TCU before transferring to South Florida. Wound up being, a starter for him last year. He finished the year with a 4-3 record, 4.24 ERA, 52 strikeouts and 46 2/3 innings, which is really good. Holding opposing hitters to a 232 batting average. The issue with him was he walked a lot of batters. He hit a lot of batters. That's something this pitching staff struggled with a year ago. So that's something that's going to have to be cleaned up. But look, LSU likes to put guys in a position to succeed. Let's see if, there's a lot of talk about Nate Yaskey. Is he a great pitching coach? Is he not a good pitching coach? We're going to see what he can do with a guy like a Caden Smith. Again, 6'2", sophomore, developed into a decent weekend starter for South Florida. Another proven arm to LSU's pitching staff. Is this a potential weekend starter? That's something I want to figure out. How much can this lessen the blow of a Marcos Paz putting his name in the transfer portal over last weekend? Because all offseason, you were looking for those pitchers, and I really wanted LSU to add a guaranteed, bona fide, no doubt, this guy's going to start in the SEC on our weekend rotation. They haven't added that guy. Now, have they not added that guy intentionally, or is that guy just not out there in their minds? But even without that, you're sitting there thinking, okay, you got Kason Evans, Cooper Moore, William Schmidt. If each of them could take another step forward, great. And then Marcos Paz, who Jay Johnson said a bunch of good things about as a freshman, he'd be there competing for that role as well. Well, Marcos Paz is gone. So right now, what you're looking at is really Evans, Moore, William Schmidt, the exact same weekend rotation. Now, look, maybe Moore is a Friday night guy, Kason's a Sunday guy, Schmidt, where do you put him? Maybe that's the case. But as far as the names It's kind of the same as what we've seen last year. It's the exact same as what we've seen a year ago. I know you brought in Landon Hood, the relief pitcher from Gonzaga, and he didn't start a ton, but he had 3 outings, I believe it was, last year where he threw at least 90 pitches. 2 of them he went over 100. So he's a guy that hasn't been asked to start games, but he can certainly go out there and extend and give you long outings, almost like a starter. So is that a guy that could surprise some people and come in and earn a starting spot? But look, if Evans can take a step forward, if Schmidt can take a step forward, you might be okay there because they've shown flashes. Cooper Moore, we really didn't get to see in SEC play. I mean, what was it, 2 SEC weekends before he got hurt and was shut down for the rest of the year. So what does that look like? My thought has been if you could get this starting rotation figured out, then this team could be very good because the position players look great. I mean, whether it's the outfield, the number of guys you added there. I mean, we talked about Jason Walks. We talked about Bino Waters, who was the number 1 ranked player in the transfer portal. Just look at the infield. If you keep Mason Braun at first base, which, man, I really hope they do, Stephen Milam comes back. Cade Curlin coming over from Florida. He could slot in there at second base. Dawson Park can play pretty much anywhere, but you'd like to see him out there at third base. All of a sudden, your infield set to go along with an outfield, and, you replace a ton of talent there, and especially in the outfield. I mean, Jake Brown, Chris Stanfield, Derek Curiel, none of them back this year. But I think you did a really good job of replacing those guys. So if you can figure out that starting pitching, then you could be in a really good spot here come SEC play because I think your fielding is going to be a lot better. Don't give up the free passes and the hit batters like you had last year, which it's kind of the concern when you look at a guy like Caden Smith because that's kind of what he struggled with a year ago. Again, 52 strikeouts and 46 and 2/3 innings is great. 232 batting average against opponents. I'll take that. It's the 17 hit batters. It's all the walks he gave up a year ago at South Florida. That's my biggest concern. So that's something we'll keep an eye on. I think outside of that starting rotation right now, though, LSU, as far as position players, look to be in a really, really good spot. A couple more LSU baseball housekeeping notes before we take a timeout. Former LSU pitchers Cade Anderson and Anthony Ianson have been named to the 2026 Major League Baseball All-Star Futures roster. So that All-Star Futures game will be held at 11 a.m. coming up next Saturday, June 12th at Citizens Bank Park out there in Philly. And you can watch this game on NBC. It will be televised, so we can see what those 2 former LSU stars got. As far as what we've seen from them this year, Cade Anderson's been a stud, 13 starts, 8-0 record, 1.22 ERA, 66 and 2/3 inning, only 10 walks, 99 strikeouts in that 66 and 2/3 innings. He's been just as dominant as he was his last year at LSU. And then Anthony Ianson started in high A out in Greenville. He averaged a .44 ERA in 5 starts, 34 strikeouts across 20 innings. He was recently promoted to Double A with the Portland Sea Dogs. He's continued to be really good, a 1.48 ERA in 7 starts with them with 30 strikeouts. So I don't think it's going to be long before if one of Anderson or Ianson or even both of them get called up to the majors. I mean, they were both dominant pitchers at LSU 2 years ago, which is, I mean, they carried you to that national championship victory against Coastal Carolina, which is why you won in straight games. And they've continued that dominance into minor leagues and hopefully one day into the MLB. One more note to mention as far as LSU baseball goes. LSU baseball posted on their Twitter earlier today that they will be playing in the Las Vegas College Baseball Classic out in Vegas. This is March 5th through the 7th at that Las Vegas ballpark. The teams are going to be LSU, Iowa, Oregon State, and Arizona State. So a pretty competitive series there early in the year before you begin that SEC play. That will be exciting. All right, we're going to take a quick timeout. We get back. Look, we've been super sporty for the entire week, and I love talking sports as much as the next guy. But we got 4th of July coming up. We're talking about it next here on The Hunt Palmer Show.
The Hunt Palmer Show.
They got deals. Fabry Chevrolet GMC has got some savings for you, and I am going to tell you about them because if you'd like to get by and take a look, you can certainly do it. They're on Highway 61 in St. Francisville. You can get a 2026 Chevy Silverado at 0% APR financing from now until the end of the month. That's not a long time. You got a week and a half. But 0% APR financing on 2026 Chevy Silverados for 36 months. You can get a 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 at 2.9 financing for 72 months now until the end of the month. Great deals on Silverados and Sierras, and got some vehicles that are potentially really affordable. Chevy Trailblazer, Chevy Trax, as low as $30,000 over at Fabry Chevrolet GMC. So if that's the price range you're looking at, go see them. Highway 61 in St. Francisville. They're also online at FabryChevrolet.com, FabryChevrolet.com.
This is the Hunt Palmer Show, brought to you by Sagrera Farms.
All right, welcome back in here. Hour number 2 of a Thursday edition of the Hunt Palmer Show, live from the Raising Cane studio. Thursday shows brought to you by Sagrera Farms Premium Beef. Look, it's appropriate that the 4th of July is coming up. There's going to be grilling. I got this juicy steak sitting over my right shoulder the entire show. Like, if I wasn't hungry before I walked in, I am now. Speaking of the 4th of July, guys, it's America's 250th birthday coming up on July 4th. I'm excited about it. 4th of July has always been one of my favorite holidays. Like, I'm someone that's always loved warm weather, so being right here in the middle of July, no problem for me at all. I love grilling, the burgers, the dogs. What we got going on? Jordan, at the country club you live in, is there anything going on for the 4th of July?
No, I don't stay in a country club, but I will be probably in the 9th floor by my grandparents. Potentially, we'll see how that goes. Just for the free food, of course, obviously, see the family and whatnot, but that's probably where it goes. Also, I do want to enjoy, like, it's off day. I do just sometimes just want to not do nothing.
I ain't doing nothing tomorrow. Nothing. The eve of 4th of July.
I got some grass to cut tomorrow, but after that, yes, tomorrow, yeah. I got some grass
how I am about cutting the grass, okay? I got it done Tuesday.
Okay.
I'm sitting here 3:15 yesterday, a downpour.
Yeah.
I know I'm having to drive in it, and I'm still like fist pumping. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Got that crap in before all the rain started. So, for those of you that don't know the country club joke, Jordan said on OTB one time, oh, yeah, this little path that's right near my house. We're like, what is it? He's like, oh, well, it's a golf cart path. So there's a joke that Jordan lives out on the country club. He doesn't actually. But I thought it was really funny at the time. When I found that out, I was madder than you when I bring up Anthony Mackie. I mean, it was serious.
Anthony Mackie, I hope you know what, I'm not, it's a good day. I'm not going to say nothing about Anthony Mackie. It's a good day. We're not going to do nothing about Anthony Mackie. I was really about to say something crazy, but you know what? Anthony Mackie, I hope you're doing well. More blessings to you, Anthony Mackie. More blessings.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy. Shout out Anthony Mackie. Shout out Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain America.
That's right.
Yeah, there
on
we
America's 250th, you're going to insult Captain America.
Yeah, you're right.
And he just got the job, too, Jordan.
You don't need it no more.
So, like, you know what?
I'll take his job.
Cut the guy a little bit of slack.
Part 2, another black Captain America. Let me take his job. I'll take his job right now.
Okay, well, Cassie, what we got? Yeah. You told me that you normally go to Houston every 4th of July.
Yeah, so my aunt lives in Houston, well, like right outside of Houston, Cypress. And she lives like in a little like lake area, so we usually go on the lake and everything. But my mom and my brother are driving up today, like right now, so I obviously couldn't do that. So still trying to figure out my plans. Might go home to Metairie because my dad's not going, so might go home, visit with my dad, visit some friends that I haven't seen in a while. Still kind of up in the air, but my mom I told her, I was like, I'm excited because I have off work on Friday. I can come. And then she was like, well, I'm leaving Thursday.
Ooh,
so
sick.
And I'm not going to drive out to Houston by myself.
No, I don't blame. So, I always talk about like all the events we do as a family. Like, I do not have a big family. No aunts, no first cousins.
What?
Yeah.
You have no first cousins?
Jordan.
That's crazy.
Listen to this. Okay,
what?
Guys, y'all are attacking me right now. We found out the other day that Cassie's never been to Taco Bell, and this is
Okay,
like shocking.
you have
I'm just saying, like, this kind of, that's like,
Like, how do you have no family?
Yeah.
Not like no family.
Guys, I'm sorry that no one wants me, okay? It's not really my fault. I do the best I can, okay?
Yeah.
No, I have 2 uncles. Neither ever got married, no kids.
Wow.
So, no aunts, no first cousins, which, like,
wow.
You would think, oh, man, growing up, that sucked. No, dude, we got everything. You kidding me?
No first cousins is like.
Yeah, I guess like y'all were spoiled because you didn't have any cousins.
Cousins? You kidding me?
What?
No shot.
But, like, my cousins were like my best friends growing up.
Sleepovers.
Maybe that's why I was
sleepovers.
sad all the time.
You're a loner.
No, but like we don't have a very big family, but we're very close knit.
Yeah.
Like basically in my family, it's me, mom, dad, brother, sister, uncles.
Yeah.
My sister's married, doesn't have any kids yet.
Okay.
Me and Victoria, and then little man that's on the way.
Yeah.
But like that's
it.
That's it as far as like close family.
Wow.
And but we do a lot together. Her family.
Okay.
This week, I think they probably left yesterday. Went to Coppers Cove, Texas. I know what you're thinking. Well, hell, Taylor, Coppers Cove, Texas doesn't sound like a vacationing hotspot.
It might be nice.
It's not. Her sister lives there.
Is it nice?
They're going to get her sister,
Okay.
the 3 dogs, the 3 kids, bring them back to Walker so that she can be here for the birth of our son. Okay.
Okay.
My family left on Wednesday. Got a phone call from my brother-in-law at like 1 o'clock. Oh, dude, yeah, the weather's great out here. I'm like, are you intentionally trying to piss me off? Like, what's going on?
No, what's up with you?
Like, okay. And they're like, oh, well, you guys should be here. I'm like, well, I couldn't be there.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, I didn't want my wife to go in labor in the middle of the open water on their boat. That seems less than ideal.
Yeah.
Also, everybody else kind of already took off. So I was just kind of sitting here twiddling my thumbs like, damn, probably should have done the same thing.
No, we needed you.
But so it's really just me and Victoria. It's like we're wide open. I think we're going to go. Walker Ballpark does a big firework display at 9 o'clock. But like,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
I wanna go see some
Here
fireworks.
is the itinerary for
Okay.
that on Saturday. 2 p.m. event starts. Hot dog and watermelon eating contest at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Now, guys, I considered entering one of these.
Really?
Okay.
Are you? Are you a speed eater?
Probably hot dog because as weird as it says, that's probably less messy than watermelon.
But I'm saying, like, are you a speed eater though? Can you? Like, do you
I
have
can
any?
eat a lot. I don't know about the speed. I've never timed myself. But okay, Jordan, how good is anybody else? So I
Yeah,
considered
ain't no
entering
Joey
this
Chestnut
thing.
there. There's no Joey Chestnut.
I actually mentioned this to Victoria last night. I said, hey, you know, if we're going to the park late at night for the fireworks, what if we went during the day? I entered this hot dog eating contest. Cassie, you'll love this. Her response is, no, that would give me the it.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Yeah.
would.
So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
you know what?
She's right. It would.
Yep.
We're going to skip that.
Agreed.
Yeah, I
okay?
agree.
We're going to watch Joey Chestnut, the
Yeah.
other professional eater. Remember, we had the professional eater on
Yeah,
last year.
my boy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do
and,
remember that.
Yeah.
He came on when we all had to come in here and do
The
live
show.
at lunch.
Oh,
It was,
I
no,
thought
it was
this show.
no, it was live at lunch.
It
Okay.
was?
Hanny and Jimmy were both out. It was the first day back after 4th of July.
Yeah.
They were both out.
And Cassie was on video.
Yep.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
all
on
because I
three of
video.
us.
remember I
First
was
time.
producing.
Yeah,
All
when I
three
said
of us.
Cassie
We
was
had to
on
come in
video.
and do it, and y'all just stayed here. Hunt walked in.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
exactly how the show went. But
Makes sense.
no, so it'll just be us. So we're gonna do that. We'll do the fireworks.
Yeah.
At night. I want to buy fireworks, but Victoria, she claims, if she's listening, she's gonna be really mad. She had an incident with a firework where one shot in her eye when
Oh,
she was a
wow.
kid. She could see. I mean, she's not walking around with an eye patch.
Najee Harris.
Yeah, she's not walking around with an eye patch or anything, but she doesn't really like them. And then we live in a neighborhood, so I mean, it's iffy there.
Oh,
We
they
know
Fireworks
snitching?
are-
now we can pop them in the LP. Okay.
Okay.
I know EBR is a little iffy. We're
Yeah.
cool out there in the
All
LP.
right,
We
okay.
can get that done. Okay, they ain't gonna stop us from doing that. So we might pick up a little. I don't know, but
You know what?
I think fireworks are a waste of money.
You know, I feel like I'm doing a facade right now because honestly, I like fireworks. It's just when the people are popping fireworks on non-firework holidays.
Bro,
like Christmas is not a reason.
Took my dog out last night.
Yeah.
10:15, heard fireworks in the distance.
Yeah,
guys,
Yeah,
it's
that's
July
the-
1st.
Thank
It's
you.
July 1st.
Yeah,
we
that's
doing?
when I'm off with the fireworks. Now, okay. New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
okay, I can
Yeah.
get jiggy with
And
you.
I could even do New Year's Day as
I can
well.
get jiggy
the
with
day
you.
after. Good
but
with it.
dude, Christmas, a couple of days after Christmas, we're doing it on, January 3rd. Brother, come on, man, wrap it
Yeah.
up. All right,
I know, it's like, how many did you buy?
Literally.
How do you still have them left over?
yes.
What happened on New Year's for you not to be able to pop
Why
off?
do you have an artillery?
Now look, if it is a washout and it is raining
Yeah.
and you can't do it and you spend all the money on
you
fireworks,
still gotta blow. Yeah.
I'm good
Yeah.
with it. Because they're just going to sit there and collect dust. If not,
You got to use it.
I'm good with it. But no, I feel you. We're going to Andy's on Sunday for sure, guys. You'll hear about the new flavor?
That's
There's
an
a
ice
new
cream
flavor?
place?
Yeah, I don't know if I should tell you.
Oh, no, I'm definitely not
because
tapped in. Everybody said,
it's
Cassie
a-
looked at me. Yes, I don't know Andy's.
It's
I
a
do not
limit.
know
It's a limited
Andy's.
time,
Okay.
only for 4th of July. All right, I'll spill it.
It's like a,
The
killing
250th
me.
birthday concrete. Okay. Massive chocolate cake fan. Okay. my all-time favorite dessert. They had a chocolate cake concrete and a chocolate cake sundae a couple months ago.
Okay.
I loved it. I got it like 3 times.
Oh, you loved it then.
Don't judge me on how many times I ordered the chocolate cake sundae. Loved it. It was limited time. I was like, crap. Well, dude, now they're bringing it back. It's chocolate cake with sprinkles with the homemade vanilla custard. Are you kidding me?
Oh, you'll be there.
Are you kidding me? We're going Sunday.
Oh, you'll be
Sounds
there.
good.
I was like, probably a little bit of a line on 4th of July. We'll probably wait till that Sunday. Bro, Sunday it's over.
Well, all
Kidding
right.
me?
How
Frankie
long
will be
is-
in the back seat getting his pup cup on. Like where we're going.
What's the strategy? Because you got to have a little strategy getting there. You said it might be a line. You got to be like, what time?
We got one in Jubin. We'll roll up in there.
Okay.
If not, we'll be good.
Okay. I was like, oh, so no
There are
weight doesn't
different
matter as long as you get
locations.
it.
There's lots of locations.
Oh,
okay.
they got like 10 of these things.
Yeah.
Surprised you've never been to one.
I ain't gonna give you a spot up.
They gotta have one in New Orleans somewhere, right?
Andy's. I'll be honest. I'm not a real like an ice cream person. Like I'm more like I like popsicles more than like ice cream.
You like popsicles more than
Yeah.
ice cream. So if I gave you like the little double stick one that you pull apart, that's you.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
like popsicles.
I'm more of like a rainbow pop.
Were you
Yeah. Rainbow
the
pop?
I like
the Scribblers growing up?
Yeah. Oh.
I like the Jolly Rancher ones.
Growing up, I still like them at 26. I say growing up.
You're like, I had them
Yeah,
yesterday.
I'm about to say, I was
What
just
do you
about
mean? We had the Scribblers yesterday.
You're telling me that? I just left Walmart a couple of days ago, and I was like, damn, why didn't I get no popsicles, bro? I was like,
I have a box of the Jolly Rancher popsicles.
I
in my
love those
They
freezer.
have,
too. I love
they have
popsicles.
Jolly Rancher popsicles.
Yes.
Oh yes, they're so good.
Yes.
Dude, I am sorry. The closest Andy's to New Orleans is probably the one where I'm at.
Yeah,
see-
Andy's like I think
It's
a
well,
Baton
this
Rouge
says
thing.
this says the closest Andy's to New Orleans is Lee Drive on Baton Rouge. The
Oh,
one in
yeah.
Jubin's probably closer to you because
Yeah.
No, it's
That's-
not because it's on I-12.
yeah, you just take 55 up, get on 12, come on through.
Yeah,
It's
see,
not
I'm just
closer.
not. Yeah, I'm just not. I'm not.
Time wise, probably not. Mileage wise, probably yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more. Nah,
As the crow flies, it's probably closer.
but, it's good. It's good. Like, I respect the people that love Andy's. I'm not saying, hey, shout out Andy's.
Bro,
Free promo to Andy's.
I'm ready. Like I'm fired up for 4th of July. Like me and Victoria, we've been busy. We've had our minds in a lot of different ways. Like this weekend,
You said the menu? What's on the menu? What y'all got going on over there?
we grilling hot dogs.
Okay.
Every year.
Okay.
Duh.
Okay.
Like love the burger, but like I
Not
eat
a rib
burger-
guy?
I eat burgers all the time.
You don't have both?
We
burgers and
do.
dogs?
We do, but like when I just think of 4th of July, I think of the hot.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
fair.
Like I'm sitting there eating the hot dog on TV, watching Nathan's. I'm like, pfft, that guy only ate 40. He sucks.
Yeah.
Like that's me. I'm the couch warrior. So we'll be watching that. We'll be hanging out. Hope everyone out there also has a good time. But guys, I love 4th of July. Love it. Love it. One of my favorite holidays. All right, look, we're going to take a quick time out. Speaking of holidays, we are working towards that holiday weekend. We got one more segment left. We'll do some take it or leave it on the other side here on the Hunt Palmer Show.
The Hunt Palmer Show.
Go take a tour at Marucci. What a cool place that we've got here in Baton Rouge. Marucci is available to you to take a tour. It's available to you to work on your game. Tours first. You go see where the official bat of Major League Baseball is made. You go see where they make 1,200 of them every day. You go hear about the story of how 2 former big leaguers and their trainer started making bats in the backyard and started that process at the bottom and have gone all the way to the top. They make the best bats in the world right here in Baton Rouge. And you can see where they're made, where they're stained, where they're shipped off, and how it happened. You can also work on your game at Marucci. You got a youth baseball player, youth softball player under your roof, eating up with it, wants to get better. Well, become a member. Key card access 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to the Marucci facility so you can practice swings, you can practice pitching. It's all there for you. Go see them online at MarucciSports.com. What a gym here in Baton Rouge. That's, of course, Marucci.
This is the Hunt Palmer Show, brought to you by Sagrera Farms.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment here on a Thursday edition of the Hunt Palmer Show. We are working towards the weekend. Now, normally we would do take it or leave it here. We just found out something in the break, equally shocking, if not more so,
No,
than
we
the
should-
Taco
no, no,
Bell
no.
news. Jordan.
We should put it in take it or leave it, though. We should put it in take it or leave it.
Put it in take it or leave it. Let's go ahead and hit some take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it.
Today's hottest stories in sports, news, and sometimes even Hunt's life. The question is, will he take them or leave them?
Okay, so we have a first now. This is a first time we're ever doing a take it or leave it. Seconds that just happened. So this take it or leave it is Cassie Spazzali. Yesterday said she has never had Taco Bell. Okay, we all was like, okay, all right, that's cool. All right, whatever. Now she has informed us today that Cassie Spazzali, yes, make sure we get her government name out there, has never had Burger King. So Taylor, never having Burger King in the big 2026. Take it or leave it.
Sorry, Cassie, I gotta leave it.
Leave it alone.
I gotta leave it. I mean, I get it if you're like, I don't trust your drive-through Mexican. Like, I get all that. But, like,
100%.
Yeah, Burger King, they do breakfast.
Everything.
You get a chicken sandwich. I love the fast food. But, like, unpopular opinion, that's my favorite drive-through fast food burger. Absolutely, 100%. So not even close for me.
It's up there for me.
I'm a little bit biased. I like it more than most people. But, like,
I like a Whopper more than a double quarter pounder.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a Whopper all day.
Yeah.
Give me a double Whopper with cheese. Give me a Bacon King.
Cassie's inspiring me and forcing me to all these bad food habits. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to eat the other day, and I'm like, we were just talking about Taco Bell. We probably get us a Whopper on the way home.
No.
It's probably happening.
You got to double dip. You got to go get a Whopper, and then don't get the drink. Get the drink from Taco Bell. Go get a Baja Blast from Taco Bell. That's how you got to do. You got to double dip.
What else we got?
All right, so next we have free agent guard Tim Hardaway Jr. He's headed to the Miami Heat. One thing he won't have is his number 10, as his dad played for the Miami Heat, Tim Hardaway Sr., and his jersey is retired. So this is what Tim had to say. My legacy is my legacy, and he's doing it his way. Even though he likes to wear number 10, he loves to wear number 10, but that's not coming down from the rafters. So naming your kid after yourself, but telling him to create his own legacy. Take it or leave it.
Leave it. I remember when Bronny was in high school. Like, Bronny's name is LeBron James Jr.
Yes.
And he didn't want to wear 23 because he said, I want to build my own legacy. And I'm just sitting there thinking, the scorers table in high school is probably like, entering the game, number 8, LeBron James Jr. Huh. I wonder who that guy is. No, leave it. I mean, you name your kid after you. It's tied to you, right?
Yeah.
Like it's tied to you.
I just don't get the whole point of being like, he's got to get his own legacy. Y'all literally share the same name.
Yeah, that's on senior. On that one.
100%. You could have named him Jim Hardaway and been like, all right, we can't. You named him Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah,
he's literally you. But anyways.
Oh, hey, does he have 5 sons on him, Tim?
Yeah, Tim, Timmy, Timon, Pumbaa. All right, the NBA is taking a step. The NBA is taking a step forward, implementing a dramatic rule change for free throws. So the league has announced Thursday that the summer league game will utilize the 1 free throw rule. Aside from the last 2 minutes of regulation and overtime period, players will attempt 1 free throw from the charity strip that accounts for how many free throws are rewarded. So 2 free throws, they'll just shoot 1. 3 free throws, they'll still would shoot 1. The G League has had this rule since the 2019 and 2020 season. It is used to improve game flow. So the 1 free throw rule, take it or leave it.
Leave it. I don't even know what that's supposed to accomplish. Like, I get it, the flow of the game, but like, is 1 free throw going to be worth 2 points now?
Yeah. So if you make 1 free throw, it's 2 points.
What happens if you're fouled on a 3?
1 free throw is 3 points.
No, that's stupid. You should have to make
Except
all
for the
3.
last 2 minutes of the game.
I get that it's you're getting rewarded for going to the free throw line. You just have to make your free throws.
Yeah.
I mean, what about all the great teams out there that you're like, oh, we got a stud free throw shooter. He
Mitchell
misses
Robinson
it, shanks it, and goes. No, you should have to shoot your free throws. That's stupid.
All right, and to end it off, apparently the Taylor Swift wedding is happening this weekend, allegedly.
That's a rumor.
So is Taylor Swift wedding the most important thing to happen at Madison Square Garden this year? Take it or leave it.
Yeah, take it. I mean, I can't think of anything else that may. No, absolutely leave it. There may be. Look, there's probably not going to be the twerking on light poles we saw after the Knicks won the championship
parade.
There's still going to be a crap ton of people in Madison Square Garden. I don't know. My invite got lost in the mail. I'm not on the guest list, so I don't know exactly who's going to be there. But no, the Knicks winning their first championship since 1973 absolutely trumps this. But I got to tell you, there's going to be like, dude, ESPN did a segment on this on national ESPN NFL Live. Yeah. They were talking about the Chiefs, and then they were like, by the way, rumors of a wedding coming up. I'm like, dude, who cares?
That's real power.
Look, Madison Square Garden, let's be honest. I'm coming from a little bit of a hater perspective here. I'd love to have my wedding in Madison Square Garden. Let's not lie.
Really?
Let's not say that anybody out there that has the ability to have their wedding in Madison Square Garden wouldn't do it, because you would.
I don't know.
Absolutely would.
A lot of the women here do not like it.
Well, all right, that's going to do it for a Thursday edition of the Hunt Palmer Show and a heck of a long week here at Guarantee Media. Jordan, Cassie, Thank you guys for hanging out with us all week long. We are off tomorrow as a company, so OTB, Hunt, Live at Lunch, AFR, none of them will be live and local tomorrow. We'll have something in store for you, though, as far as the 4th of July special goes. Everyone have a great and safe 4th of July holiday. Go out there and celebrate America's 250th birthday on one of the most important days of the year, and we'll catch you back here on Monday.
The Hunt Palmer Show.
First, let's tell you about Ochsner. They've been reminding you all month long, about the incredible things they've got going on over at Ochsner. If you are an athlete or you're just trying to stay active, Ochsner Rangers Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute can help keep you moving. They can get you moving as well. You've got access to the highest levels of specialized care. You've got nationally renowned expertise, the latest equipment, and you've got modern facilities, and that includes the convenient walk-in orthopedic clinic at Elite Training Complex, the Burbank location, when you need care fast. So if you've got a sprain, if you've got a strain, if you've got a minor dislocation, maybe even an ACL tear, sudden ongoing non-spine-related musculoskeletal pain, any of that, you can walk into Elite Training Complex on Burbank without an appointment. They are happy to see you. They've got on-site x-rays, and they can treat those minor injuries for you. So you'll drive by, you'll see Elite. They got the big football field with the goalposts out there. You can't miss it, and you can walk in. It's Ochsner, online at ochsner.org/brortho.